accepting your flaws and accepting your insecurities. Yes, we're not perfect and we're not meant to be perfect, but a lot of us are in complaining, and a lot of us will not stop in order for us to actually get better of the way we feel about ourselves. A lot of us wake up depressed. A lot of us wake up down because we actually look at the media, we look at our friends, we look at our neighbors, and we ask ourselves, why don't I have that jawline? Why am I not built like that person? Why am I not tall? Why am I too big? Why am I too chunky? Because you're actually not satisfied with the person that you are. But I want to remind you about the fact that you do not know what that person is going through, and you actually have to carry your own cross. So I want you to appreciate the person that you are while you're actually working for the person that you actually want to become. I was very insecure as a youngin because I was actually insecure about my height. I wanted to be taller, but everybody was actually tall around me. But I was actually short at that time. All I wanted to do was be 6 feet. So what did I do? I actually stretched on the stretcher. I actually prayed to God in order for me to be tall, and I ended up being 6'4". But at the time I was very insecure, and I did not know it was because of the people who I hung around with. So I want you to go out there and actually not be insecure about the life that you're living, because somebody is always going to have it better. And this is the reason why a lot of us get depressed. This is the reason why a lot of us get down, and this is the reason why a lot of us are unhappy about the people we're actually becoming. So I want you to be out there and go out there and actually be brave and be actually content with the person and the life that you're actually living, because the life that we're living is actually a life that's meant for us. So if you're not content, you actually have to be satisfied with the person that you actually are. Yeah, I was in high school. I was unhappy about the fact that my teammates and some of my classmates were actually given rides to school, and I actually had to walk, but I actually lived across the street, so it didn't matter. But the issue and the fact was the fact that I actually did not have a ride to school, and this was making me very unhappy. But I did not know about the inconsistencies that were actually going on in the households of my friends. A lot of them were born in 2-parent households. A lot of them were divorced. A lot of them were stepchildren. A lot of them were unhappy, and a lot of them were maltreated because of the fact that they were in houses of parents that actually didn't care for them. But here I was from the outside looking in, asking myself, why don't I get a ride to school? Why don't people care for me? But I actually was down on myself, but I actually did not know that the life I was living was actually better than the life I was admiring. It was the same thing when I wanted to be taller. It was the same thing when I wanted to make more money at work. I was actually looking at what other people had instead of looking at actually the blessings in which I had. So I want us to be out there and actually go out there and actually be happy with the life that we're living, because with discipline we can actually accomplish anything that we do. All we need to do is write it down, and if we write it down, we'll be able to accomplish it. And with that same mind frame, we're able to attack it and actually learn about the important things in life, which is satisfaction. And that satisfaction comes from our determination, and our determination actually leads us to our resoluteness, and our resoluteness actually tells us not to quit. Our resoluteness tells us to stay consistent with the process, and our resoluteness gives us the dedication in order for us to be dedicated to the fact that we actually need to be happy for our life. We need to be committed to being our best selves. So if you're not tall, I want you to not be down on the fact that you're actually short. I want you to be happy and be satisfied with your God-given height, because many people have done great things with short height. Look at Vladimir Putin. He's actually one of the world's greatest leaders, and he is not very tall. But I want you to actually know that he didn't let that stop him from accomplishing his goals. He didn't let that stop him from becoming a world leader. He actually persevered over his circumstances. So I do not want you to be down about being too fat, being too short, being not happy, being not content, not having a jawline or a cheekbone. I want you to be satisfied with the life and the person that you actually are, because you're actually beautiful the way that you are. This is Erica Moses, and this is the Nova Podcast. I want you to like, comment, and subscribe, and I want you to, most importantly, accept your flaws and accept your insecurities. Peace.